You may have heard of dyslexia, but have you ever heard of dysgraphia? If you haven't, I think you probably should have, so let's talk about it. What is dysgraphia? I'm going to use dyslexia almost as a reference point to get us started. Dyslexia predominantly impacts someone's reading, and dysgraphia predominantly impacts someone's writing. It can impact their literal ability to write, like the ability to legibly get letters or words on a page, but it can also impact their spelling. It can impact their ability to get their ideas from their head onto the page in a way that is structured or coherent to a reader. So now that you have an idea of what it is, how common is it? Around 5 to 20% of the population has it, depending on the diagnostic criteria you're using, and in what will not be a surprise to probably anyone who's familiar with dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, ADHD, it's part of the bundle package, meaning that it's pretty common if you have one of those things that you might also have dysgraphia. And that's why it's so important to be aware of, because as much as it's connected and can kind of appear similar, like there are a lot of crossovers between looking at dyslexia and looking at dysgraphia, the way that you actually support someone or the therapies that you might get to kind of work through some of the difficulties that you're experiencing will be slightly different. Like if you're dysgraphic, you will probably get support with fine motor skills in like developing your actual ability to write, versus if you're dyslexic, it will be a lot of support in actually learning the reading part of the process. And that's why it's so important to know about both, because you have to know what you're actually experiencing to know what kind of support you should be looking for.